So y'all, just woke up, toked up, and just going for a little walk. It's kind of nice out here today. This is actually the video that I was supposed to post yesterday that's like 2 seconds long. It was a live stream. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but it got lost in the internet universe. So, yesterday's video was about being too high. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. These are my tips what to do if you're too high. Because apparently there's been people coming to Colorado, there's been like a huge inflation in the number of people going to the hospital because they're like, you know, freaking out or paranoid or they've OD'd on marijuana. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right on into this. My first tip, for my first tip, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna go. My first tip, tip number one, do not call the motherfucking police or go to the hospital. That's tip number one. That is the most fucking important tip. You do not need to call the fucking hospital. You do not need to continue to perpetuate this fucking just bullshit propaganda about cannabis. You don't need to give them any more ammunition than they need to try to make it seem like it's some kind of public health problem or that it's costing money and resources. You don't need to give them any ammunition at all, okay? And like on top of that, you're fucking fine, okay? Trust and believe. If it's just weed, you're motherfucking fine. So my first tip is definitely do not fucking go to the hospital, don't call the police, don't do that shit. That is tip number one, because that's exactly what they're trying to do now. If you guys remember, they've already tried to blame 2 deaths here in Colorado on cannabis. One guy, I can't necessarily remember the other case, but one specific guy had like supposedly eaten a cookie or whatever, and then a can of cookie, and then had just like jumped like off the roof of some hotel he was staying in or out the window or something. I can't remember the exact details right this moment. And they tried to say it was because he was high. You're not fucking killing yourself on fucking weed, okay? If you kill yourself while you're high on weed, number one, you were gonna fucking kill yourself anyway. At some point in time, you had been feeling this way. Number two, you get high a lot. Like, what the fuck? You just happen to be high at that time. It's just like saying, like right now, I killed somebody, I'm high. Oh, he killed somebody because he was high. Bitch, you could have said, I killed somebody because I just fucking had breakfast. Like, what the fuck? That's the dumbest shit in the world. So anyway, tip number one, absolutely, first and foremost, no ifs, ands, or buts. There will be a slight exception here in the end. Do not call the police. All right, that's tip number one. Tip number two, once you go in the kitchen, I want you to open the refrigerator. Look inside the refrigerator. All right, I want you to get a big ass motherfucking bottle, preferably a 2 liter or larger, preferably a gallon, but at least something the size of a 2 liter, okay? If you don't have something the size of a 2 liter, I want you to go inside the cabinets. I want you to look in the cabinets. I want you to get you a big ass fucking mason jar. Fuck it, a pitcher. You don't got a pitcher or mason jar, get a motherfucking flower vase, okay? Rinse that bitch out, use a flower vase. I want you to fill that bitch to the motherfucking top with water. If it's a 2 liter, you know how like the little neck, I want you to fill that bitch to the top. All right, so tip number two is get you at least a liter of water, preferably a gallon, okay? So get your water. Now tip number three is I want you to go find you something, a nice comfy place that you're comfortable with, you know, preferably like a couch or a recliner. A reclining couch would be ideal. And I want you to take your water and I want you to sit your ass down. I want you to lean the recliner back, lean the reclining couch back to about a 45-degree angle. You want to go 30, you want to go 50, about 45 degrees. The reason you want to go less, you start getting tired, shit like that. You want to go more, you want to be relaxed, 45-degree angle. I want you to lean that fucking chair back, and I want you to chill. I want you to chill for a second. And drink your fucking water. Now, this water should be drank in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? 30 minutes tops. Now I know you're gonna feel like, oh my God, that's a lot of water. I don't normally drink water that. Well, for one, most people don't fucking drink water like they need to begin with, so it's really not that much. That's how you need to be drinking anyway. You're supposed to drink like that before you eat each meal. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. It might seem like that's a lot of water. It's cool, just drink it. Now there's several reasons why you're gonna wanna do this, okay? You're gonna wanna drink this water because For one, our body's like 75 or 80% fucking water, like on some real shit. That's kind of like the fucking planet and shit. Like it's all water. Water's necessary for all your vital organs, to help your blood flow better, all this shit. So when you drink this water, it's gonna make you feel more refreshed. It's gonna make you feel more awake. It's going to, you know, put water in these fucking necessary organs that you need. It's gonna fucking get your blood flowing. You're gonna feel fucking better. On top of that, water is a natural diluter. So you're gonna drink all this water, you're gonna have to piss. Now, of course, you're not gonna piss out right away. You're not just gonna piss your fucking highway, but it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna help a little bit. Okay, trust and believe, it can't hurt. It's gonna fucking help just to piss some shit out. All right, so we're at tip number 3 right now. You're sitting down in your chair, you drink your motherfucking water. Now you need to go ahead and just chill in that chair for however long you think. Probably, you know, minimum about 30 minutes, upwards to maybe about an hour, see how you're feeling or whatever. Now at this point, your water should have been gone. Now I want you to get back up. All right, now we're at tip number 4. I'm over here by the dog park, the doggies and shit, you know what I'm saying? But now we're at tip number 4. Now I want you to go back, look in the refrigerator again, all right? Now, I want you to go for some carbs. Now, I know there's a lot of propaganda out here and a lot of lies about carbs. Oh, carbs make you fat and stay away from sugar and all that. It's fucking bullshit. Now, let me tell y'all something real quick. We're not gonna get too deep into this. Every single one of this, the 200 trillion plus cells in your body run on glucose. I'm gonna say that one more time. Every single one of the 200 trillion plus cells in your body runs on glucose. Glucose is sucrose, sucrose is fucking sugar. Now when I say sugar, the reason that they tell you sugar is bad is because processed sugar is bad. Fucking high fructose corn syrup is bad. This bullshit is fucking bad. Pure cane sugar is fine. Fucking potatoes and pasta and fruits are fucking fine. So now that's out the way. That's what I want you to go for. The reason, once again, that I want you to go for some carbs if you're feeling a little bit better and you feel like you can eat, because, well, for one, you want to eat in general because, once again, it's going to help dilute your high. It's going to help you feel better. But I want you to eat carbs because, once again, every single one of your 200 trillion plus cells run on glucose. So if you think about it for a second, just in case you're fucking somehow questioning this, for one, you can Google it in 2 seconds and get your answer. But if you're ever like really hungry, haven't eaten all day, you get what? You get a little bit of shaky, right? Because your fucking blood sugar is low. Why do they say that? Oh, sugar's bad, but your blood sugar's low. It doesn't even fucking make sense. So I want you to get, preferably like if you got like a 12 ounce, 16 ounce box of pasta, go ahead and just throw that bitch on, right? Because it's good, you can let the water boil, you can kind of go sit down. You really don't have to watch it too much, right? Preferably throw on like a big ass fucking thing of pasta. I know that seems like a lot, just eat as much as you can. And then just a little bit of fucking, you know, just a little bit of spaghetti sauce or whatever with it. You don't need no meat or nothing like that. You just need to get these carbs in right now. If you have any kind of fruits, that's ideal. Bananas, fucking oranges, dates, mangoes, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, any kind of fruit you may have, you know, go for it, straight up. Now, I want you to go, where were we at, number 4 or 5, something like that, number 4. I want you to get your food, and I want you to go sit back down and eat. All right, so now we're sitting back down in the chair, 45 degree. We're eating. Now, and of course, this is if you can eat. Now, you know, these timetables, they might be a little bit longer. If you're not quite feeling like you can eat yet, then don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what's best for you. But if you feel like you can eat, definitely go ahead and try to eat. So, all right, so now we're doing that. So, all right, now that you've eaten, okay, I want you to sit down and eat. Prefer you can get some water to eat with or whatever, you know, to help you eat or whatever. Usually somebody wants to drink something while they eat. But now after you eat, step number 5, I want you to get back up. I want you to go fill up your fucking vase or your 2 liter or your gallon or your mason jar or whatever it is that you've chosen, your pitcher. I don't give a fuck, be hood with it. I want you to go fill that back up to the motherfucking top, okay? Now I want you to go back to that chair in the 45 degree angle that you were sitting in, or that couch or whatever it may be. And I want you to sit back down and I want you to drink that entire fucking thing of water again. Now, once again, what this is gonna do is it's gonna just fucking flush your body a little bit more. It's gonna wake you up a little bit more. It can't hurt. You're gonna piss it out. Now, you're gonna say, oh, water intoxication. Yeah, you can drink too much water. You're gonna have to really fucking try, dude. Like, you're gonna have to really try. And a lot of us, like I told you in the beginning of the video, we don't drink enough water to begin with, so you're gonna feel like this is too much water, but trust and believe it's not. Okay, I drink a liter of water in like, you know, 20, 30 minutes very often. okay? Like, you know, when I'm really on my shit and I'm being healthy and I'm drinking water like I'm supposed to and things like that, that's how I do it. So trust and believe, you'll be fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drink that water. Now, step number 6, if you're still feeling, after all of this, you know, go to the restroom a few times or whatever, if you're still feeling some kind of way, I want you to, at this point, go ahead and go try to lay down. Now, I want you to go to, you know, somewhere in a dark room, preferably if you got like dark curtains or something like that, if this is daytime. But go ahead and go to your room and just lay down for like an hour or two, man. If you can't sleep, that's cool. You may not be able to sleep. You may be having feelings of paranoia or anxiety or things like that. That's cool. You don't have to sleep. Just try to lay there though, close your eyes and fucking rest for another hour or two. Let time go by. The main thing of this whole situation here is hashtag fucking ride it out. You want to ride it out because it's gonna take its toll. Eventually you're not gonna fucking be high no more. It's gonna, whatever it is, you know, even if it's some kind of fucking poison, anything that you're gonna put in your body, eventually it's gonna work itself out. So go ahead and ride it out. So now we're at what, step 6, 7, 6. And you done rolled it out, you done tried to lay down, you done slept, you woke up, you're still feeling some kind of way. Or like I told you in the beginning, there was kind of an exception. Or from the very beginning, you know something is absolutely wrong. Like preferably for people that actually use marijuana or have used on several occasions before, that know what's going on, know what just normal marijuana paranoia is. If you're hallucinating or some shit, or you're like really fucking tripping, of course fucking seek medical attention, but 9 times out of 10, it's not that fucking serious, okay? So, if at that point in time, you are feeling still like there's an issue, seek help. But I'm talking about 3-4 hours later. I'm talking about, because you're not, trust and believe, if it's just weed, you're gonna be fine. Okay, if it's just weed, you're not doing any kind of damage to your body by waiting, anything like that. And I guarantee you, after you drink that water, you ate something, lay down for a minute, you chill at that 45-degree angle, you're gonna be straight. It's gonna work its fucking course. You're gonna be all right. You're not gonna be feeling it no more. Now, like I said, if worse comes to worse, and that is not the case, then by all means, do what you think may be necessary. But never make that be your first course of action. I mean, we done got down to through 7 different things now before you ever do that. Like it's 99% of the time, it's not gonna be necessary. So, now, those are pretty much my 7 tips on that, but I want to kind of drive that home and reiterate a little more as to why I'm telling you that. A lot of people don't realize, but our bodies are resilient. We're resilient people. We're very efficient organisms. We can fucking take a lot of shit, man. We put our bodies through a lot of abuse. We don't sleep, we don't eat right, we fucking put alcohol in our body, we put drugs in our body. I mean, even just think about things you've seen on TV, crazy accidents people have been in. Fucking 50 Cent got shot 9 times, he's still kicking. I mean, so our body's very resilient. And the reason that I can say from experience that you don't need to fucking go to the hospital, or you don't need to call the police, and that you need to ride it out. And that's not me being insensitive or anything like that. The reason that I say that is because I've been in scenarios where I've actually had to do just that before. Sorry about that. This guy was like fucking walking right up on my ass and shit. But anyway, the reason that I say that is because I've been in scenarios that I've had to do just that before. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm always real on my fucking channel. I ain't got shit to hide. I have experimented with psychedelics on a handful of times. Probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 times at the most. Probably anywhere from like 4 to 6 times I have myself experienced and experimented with psychedelics. Now, I do suggest and I do think that every single person on this planet should do psychedelics at least one time. The reason that I say that is because there's many like other cultures that use these things as tools, like to this day, that still they do like different kinds of teas and things like that, and they use it in different kind of like ceremonies and traditions and things like that. In my opinion, psychedelics are a very effective healing tool. So I think that everybody on this planet should use psychedelics at least one time. Now, I say all that to say this. The reason why I feel like I can tell people to ride it out is because the last time I experienced any kind of psychedelics, we had some kind of like, it was supposed to be like mushroom chocolates, like psilocybin powder, but they were weak as fuck and I didn't really trip at all. But the last time that I actually tripped on what was supposed to be LSD, I'll tell you a quick story. So we popped these shits in our neighborhood, right? We got it from some person that we normally didn't get it from. We normally got the shit from the same person every time that was like kind of well known throughout our city and was known to like to have pure, real good shit. Well, this one time we had to go outside the box. We dealt with this other person, and we popped these and decided we were gonna walk to the grocery store so we could get this shit to start, kind of setting in and to kill some time. So our grocery store is about a 2-3 minute drive, about 10-15 minute walk. So I was with one of my friends that has done a lot of different drugs in the past, and just experimented with a lot of different stuff, like more than I have. So we're walking and we're not even to the store yet, and he says, "Bro, I feel like I'm gonna throw up." At this point in time, I was like, you know what? This is gonna fucking be bad. Like, we're in for a motherfucking ride, because if bro's about to get sick, cause like I told you guys, he's tried a lot of different shit. He's been on a lot of shit. He can hold his shit. He can drink. He can take some pills. He can smoke. He can do, whatever. And he's usually fine. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. Little dog run up on me. But anyway, he can always do that shit and he's straight. So I was freaking out because I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking problem. So as we're like literally walking up in the fucking parking lot of the gas station, bro stops and throws up all over the fucking place. And I think he threw up like 2 or 3 times. And I'm just like, fuck. And just to let you guys know, if you due to my suggestion, or you were ever thinking about it on your own, or you ever do decide to try psychedelics and you ever try to do LSD should be odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Now, a lot of times the way you're gonna find it in like today and stuff like that, it's gonna be on like sheets of what's called blotter paper, and it's gonna be on these little like tabs. Some people use sugar cubes, some people use like gummy bears, candies, things like that. But most time it's gonna be on blotter paper. So, like I said, it should be odorless, colorless, tasteless, but usually this blotter paper has like little designs on it and drawings, and it has like, ink. So when we pop these, I tasted something like, I don't know if it was like sour, it was like bitter. That's how you describe it. It was a real bitter taste. And I immediately thought there was kind of something wrong, but I was like, it could be the ink, you know what I'm saying? It could just be a weird thing, because you're putting this shit underneath your tongue and you're letting it ride out. So I thought maybe I'm absorbing some of the ink, maybe that's the bitter taste I'm getting. So as soon as bro threw up, I was like, yo, we need to spit this shit the fuck out. No, matter of fact, I said, yo, call that bitch and ask her what the fuck this shit is. So we asked before, like, is it just LSD? She's like, yeah, it's pure L. So we're like, all right, cool. As soon as he calls her, she's like, oh, well, yeah, it's 50% LSD and 50% 2CI. Now, if you don't know what 2CI is, 2CI is a research chemical, a psychedelic research chemical. It's like a synthetic fucking some bullshit. That shit is fucking serious, okay? So at that point in time, in case you guys don't know, once again, like when it comes to actually tripping, you're supposed to pop the fucking tab underneath your tongue and leave it there and let it basically dissolve, like for 2-3 hours until it's basically nothing and it dissolves. You swallow it or whatever. We had this shit in our mouth for maybe like 15-20 minutes at this point, spit the shit out immediately. Now this shows you how fucking real this shit is, all right? So bro throws up, 1 or 2 of us that could hold our shit together went in the store and got like some Gatorade or something, turned around and decided to walk back. Now this time, we're starting to get fucked up. We're getting really blurred vision. Like, I've never had such visual hallucinations in my fucking life before, all right? And I'm tripping, I'm like, this is gonna fucking be serious. So we're walking and like cars are flying by like down this main road. We're walking down the sidewalk and it's 45 miles an hour. Sorry guys if I'm like weird. I'm like walking on this shit balancing while I'm talking to y'all. But anyway, so cars are flying down this road 45 miles an hour and we're fucking tripping. So I'm kind of scared. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking stumble into the road or get smacked or something. So we're doing the best we can to do like I'm doing right now and put fucking 1 foot in front of the other and keep it trucking. Like that was literally the theme. Niggas was like, bro, 1 foot in front of the other. So we're walking. We finally get back to the neighborhood, and by the time we turn to the neighborhood and we walk to the back of the neighborhood, back like where these trees and shit are, we're chilling. At this point in time, like I fucking cannot see shit. I'm literally like, if you guys have ever played Tiger Woods, like, you know, like when you go to putt and you can pull up like the grid or whatever, like to see like how the shit's going or whatever. That's how it looked. Like we had like this little hill and like I could see like grid lines. Like I saw colors, geometric shapes, like I fucking could not see shit. So this progresses with time to the point to where like I told you, like I would look at the hill, I could kind of see the hill and then I see the grid. Well, about fucking 10, 15 minutes after that, I can't even see reality in front of me. I'm just seeing colors and geometric shapes. Like I'm in some kind of, like I'm watching something on a screen or something, but that's everything. Like there's no fucking world in front of me. So I'm like, look, yo, I need to like try to shake this shit and walk to the crib. Like I need to go inside because if the police ride up on us, if anything fucking happens, like some people try to run up on us, rob us, anything right now, I don't got my shit. I can't even see what the fuck's going on. So somehow, I don't remember how, I got my shit together enough to fucking see because I was like in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So I got to my house and I fucking went in my room, man. And if you don't know about like on psychedelic shit, you don't want to eat, you don't want to drink or anything like that. So my previous tips kind of don't hold for this scenario. That was for cannabis. But so I got in my fucking bed, guys, and I fucking laid in my goddamn bed with the lights off. And I was like, I just gotta ride this shit out, man. And what sucks with LSD, see with cannabis, it's gonna be out your system a couple hours. LSD, it can be 8, 12, sometimes more than 12 hours, okay? So I fucking went and got in my bed, guys, and I laid in that bitch for probably 3 or 4 hours and like had intermittent like seizures. It was fucking bad, dude. Like I legitimately thought that I was never going to be able to use 2-syllable words in my life ever again. I thought that I was never gonna be able to have a conversation like this ever again. Like I thought I was gonna be fucking done, like mentally disabled, handicapped. Like I thought I was gonna have problems. And it was fucking scary. I remember laying in my bed and feeling like I was falling like to eternity the entire time. And the reason that I tell you guys a story and tell you all this is never once did I decide or even really necessarily think. Now I thought about it for a second. I was like, dude, do I need to get some kind of like medical help? But I never fucking did that. I never actually proceeded with that thought. And the reason why I never proceeded with that thought is because once again, it's just gonna fucking add to shit and make shit look bad, but that's definitely should not be a motivating factor. That should just be something later down the line. The main situation is that I knew that it was just a matter of time and that I just had to ride it out. And like I told you earlier in the video, I know our bodies are resilient and that we're fucking, you know, extravagant organisms and we're fucking awesome. And I knew that if I were to go get help, there wasn't too much that they could do with the same fucking thing. They would have pretty much just had to have me ride it out. They might have tried to put me on an IV or something. I don't know that they have any like fucking LSD like venom, like a snake bite, I don't know that they fucking have shit like that. So I don't know, like, I don't know. I really don't know. So and then, you know, on top of that, they'd probably try to strap you like in a chair or some shit. They'd probably have lights on. They'd probably make your trip a lot fucking worse. So long story short, I rode the shit the fuck out. So I feel like the reason that I say all this once again is because I feel like you guys need to do the same thing. Obviously I ended up being fine. These are 2-syllable words. Capable of critical thinking skills, more so than most people. And I mean, I'm capable to work and put out videos like I'm doing. Everything's cool. So long story short, don't ever fuck with anything synthetic. If you're going to, definitely. But if you feel too fucked up, man, most of the time you're good, man. Now alcohol, you know, you can have alcohol poisoning, but 99% of the time, we still don't have a real actual documented case that's attributed solely to cannabis. So, I mean, in the meantime, guys, if you feel like there's an issue, you feel like something's going on, you know what I'm saying, just ride it out, man. Ride it the fuck out. And so I gotta say, man, 7 tips on if you feel too high. Scopes God, my high marijuana, signing out. And if you do, then I will take a sentence. When black like you know where we come from. Let me smoke my problems away.